Welcome in, everybody, to season 3 right here, the Fighting for Overtime podcast. I'm your host, Coach Tony. As always, make sure you're following us on all social formats. And man, what a guest we have to kick off season 3. I am so excited. Listen, you heard me. I've already previewed it. I've promoted for the first time in 38 years. William Tennent High School won the Freedom Division, the Suburban League One champions, okay? But along the course, they had 2 girls that score over 1,000 points for the first time in 34 years. I got one of them right here. Okay, the point guard, right? 5'11. Bringing out like that AI entrance. 5'11. William Tennent star Avery Kocur. What's up, Avery?
Hi, how are you?
How you doing?
Good.
Thanks for joining me. I know this isn't easy for you, right? But you're going to be a pro. We already know it.
Mm-hmm.
But 1,000 points. Did you like? Let's just recap, because like going through this year, did you think you were ever going to hit this 1,000?
I would say going in freshman year, it wasn't really something I was thinking about. And then right after sophomore year, I was like, I know this is something I could do. And this year, I think I started with 912. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to get it done.
So you knew.
Mm-hmm.
You knew.
Yeah.
And I think that game, how many points you have that game where you hit the 1,000?
16.
16. So
yeah.
you had a pretty good game.
I needed 14 going in, but I didn't get it till the fourth quarter. So
that's all right.
Yeah.
That is such a huge accomplishment,
Yeah.
right? And we got to give a shout out, right, to your friend, good friend, Haley Stahl.
Of course, yeah.
Right? So Haley was the second one. And hopefully, I don't know, maybe one day I could get her in this chair too, and she could talk about her journey, because, you know, just so, like I said to you all fair, one of the biggest things is you go through a lot. Right? You go through a lot from a youngster to now, especially your 4 years of high school. You're playing AAU, right? You've already committed. We'll talk to that. Holy Family Tigers, which is pretty cool. You'll be local. I know. I'm sure your dad's happy about that. Maybe you're not, but I know he is, right? But this year, just going through this entire year, winning that Freedom League. I mean, was that something you kind of envisioned too, looking at the team saying, you know, how many seniors were on that team?
3.
Okay, so you guys already knew that this was the goal at hand, right?
Yeah.
That's and again, you know, I think one of those things is, what about like camaraderie, you know, throughout. I mean, I'm sure you guys were really close knit, right? Was this team together or was it a lot of different revolving parts, or?
We are definitely a young team this year,
Okay.
I would say. But like summer workouts, that was one thing that we said, like, we can definitely get the title for the Freedom League, and it happened, so it was good.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's such a great feat, man. And now you got a banner hanging, right? I mean, something to be proud of, right? But now you can go back on black and white nights and look at your banner, right? And you just have black and white night, right? Were you black or white?
Black.
And you just won, right?
Yes.
I love it. I love it. I love it, man. It's also, again, we're talking to Avery Kocur right here, William Tennent star, and committing to Holy Family University. You know, we're throughout this podcast, we're going to go through your journey when you were a youngster all the way up. But why did you commit to Holy Family?
Just like the family oriented like atmosphere there. I love the coaching staff, and like all AAU, they came to like almost every single one of my games, and like showed a lot to me. So
that's good. That they're interested, they're invested, right? Now you play AAU for
Royals.
For the Royals, and you've been playing. How long have you been playing AAU for?
It started in 7th grade.
Okay,
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Now it's funny. I get a lot of people get bad vibes at AAU, not because and just about the commitment. How would you say, based on a commitment level, how you're able to juggle, like being, because AAU is not while you're in school, right?
No.
Okay, so
some of it starts like, I would say like April, March.
Okay.
I think April is usually when it like starts.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that is that like, and I'm going to sound so naive here, but because I've never been into basketball that way, is it league play or is it tournament play?
Tournament.
So you're traveling all the time. So that's another big commitment, right? It's
definitely.
you know, so I want to get like, so when we get later on, put in your mind, know how you juggle being a kid and being so committed, right? So let's go back to your journey when you first picked up a basketball, and I'm going to get a picture with my jigsaw ball over there before you go, because that's definitely going to happen. But when did you, like, at what age did you start picking up that ball? Well, this is me.
1st grade is when I like started to pick up a ball, and then I would say 3rd grade is when I joined travel with Southampton, and I was not very good younger. Like when I was younger, like
That's
I definitely
okay.
wasn't. Yeah. And then I would say once it 6th grade is, like, definitely when I was like, I definitely think basketball is my sport.
Okay.
And
So
then I just started getting better each and every day, and yeah.
so 3rd grade, you don't think you're that very good.
No.
6th grade, you're like, okay, I think I
Yeah,
could do this.
yeah.
Was it more of, dribbling aspect? Was it more of your shot? Or what more was
Definitely, I feel like my dribbling was very good,
okay?
especially throughout middle school. Like, we had, like, a bunch of competitions where I would like, my numbers were, like, really outstanding, and as that's just I got better and I was like, "Wow, I, like, really like this sport."
Because I've seen your shot's pretty smooth. I've seen
Yeah.
it. So I'm not gonna lie. I like it, man. I like
Yeah.
it. It's smooth. And it's funny. So you get the 6th grade. You say you started playing travel then in 6th grade?
No, 3rd grade.
3rd grade.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Third.
Yeah.
So how old are you with 3rd grade? 10, 11, 12? What? I don't even
I
know.
don't even know. Yeah, I
Right.
have no
So
idea.
3rd grade travel. Like that's
Yeah.
crazy. So what do you remember? Do you remember what it was like, or is it kind of like a fog right now?
Like, I guess I would say more of a fog. Like, I
Okay.
remember, like, the gist of it, but,
Okay.
like, not, like, exactly to where I could, like
Because you're
yeah.
kind of still learning how to
Uh-huh.
play at that
Yeah,
age, right?
definitely, yeah.
So then you get the 6th grade, and it obviously becomes a little more competitive,
Mhm.
and that's when you're like, okay, I can hang with some of these
Yes,
girls.
yeah.
Okay, then after 6th grade, you go. You're still AAU. When did you start playing AAU?
I started playing AAU, I think it was 4th or 5th, but,
Okay,
Royals started in 7th,
okay.
and that was, like, when the program started, and then I stuck with that from 7th grade to now.
So when did you start really perfecting your shot?
I would say 8th grade is when I was like, "Okay, I'm starting to get, like, really good," but I feel like my shot became, like, very, very well. I would say my sophomore and junior year of high school is when I was
Okay.
like, "Okay, now my shot is, like, really there."
So when you say that, it's like I'm confident now. Somebody's going to kick out to me. I can
Mhm.
pull up whatever it is.
Definitely.
I'm there.
Yeah,
Like, I can make the shot.
definitely. Uh-huh.
And I think a lot to everybody listening out there. That's a big deal because it's not about being cocky. It's about being confident, right?
Mhm.
Because like when I was talking to other guests, it was like you want to know that when your teammates are kicking you the ball, you want them to feel comfortable saying, I got this. Like I can
Mhm.
do this, right?
Mhm.
So what goes into perfecting that shot? Like, can you? I know it's a lot, but like, how much work did you have to put in order to get to where you're at?
A lot. I mean, like, I, like, played in the street, like, every single day, perfecting my shot, just form shooting, doing the same stuff consistently just to get there,
Okay,
and yeah.
I'm sure you had private trainers. You did private training, maybe.
Yeah, I trained with my AU coach a lot,
Okay,
and he did summer workouts, and it definitely helps, like, improvement.
so that literally full time, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a
Mhm.
full time
Yeah.
gig, right?
Mhm.
So and I think that's what. So for people listening, and you have parents out there that are just getting their kids started, and they're probably hearing 3rd grade. Oh my god, like you really do travel 3rd grade, 6th grade. Like what can you tell them what they would kind of face, like what they look forward to, basically.
Definitely when you start young, it's just, like, getting, like, the idea of basketball, not so much, like, focusing on, like, certain things, and then as you get older, it's like, okay, now you start focusing on, like, perfecting everything, your dribbling, your shot.
Yeah, and a lot of that is, I don't think you got your shot from your dad, so I'm not sure where you got your shot from. Okay, but looking at that, right? Shot now. You look at people like Steph Curry, right? You
Mhm.
look at people like Caitlin Clark,
Yeah.
and you look at all that Paige, like all these superstars right now. Do you ever look at yourself and emulate yourself based on like kind of like what they're doing?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like those are people that, like, obviously I look up to just because of how good they are. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what, when I was growing up, your dad was growing up, we didn't have those type of shooters. We had players, right? But
Mhm.
the shooting, and I think a lot of people, what I've learned, and you tell me if I'm wrong, going to a lot of games, I'm like the old school guy. I'm always like, why are you not banging in the paint? Why are you not right? And I'm like, well, all these threes, everybody's shooting a three. Like you're giving up a layup to shoot a three, but
Mhm.
that kind of seems like that's the way it's going right now,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Again, speaking of Avery Kocur right here, one of the 1,000 point girls from William Tennent High School. Now, a lot of the things that we talk about is with the commitment, there's a lot of obstacles, right? Things
Mhm.
that you may have had to sacrifice, things that you may have said, time with your friends. How have you been able to juggle being a full time athlete and still trying to be a kid as well?
Basketball is something that like I've loved for like a while. So like I've like always wanted to play it no matter like where like what I was doing. And like I've never like felt like burnout from it or like ever
I like that.
like and I feel like other people have, but like it's something that I've always like wanted to do no matter what.
They kind of say, and I know your parents will tell you this too. It's like if you have a job and you love what you do, it doesn't feel like work, right?
Mhm.
So it's like
Exactly.
same what you're doing,
Exactly,
right?
yeah.
It doesn't feel like a job.
Uh-huh.
It's what you love to do.
Mhm.
And was it easier that you had some of those close friends that were playing, right? So it's
Yeah.
almost like
Mhm.
like my daughter would always be like, "Oh, we're going away for a tournament," but I'm like with my friends anyway. So it's
Exactly.
right.
Mhm.
So I think that's great. It's great that you just said you were never burned out.
Yeah.
That's huge,
Yeah.
right? And
Uh-huh.
I know obviously you have a huge support system,
Mhm.
right? You got your mom, your dad, your brother, you got your friends, right? Everybody. So what does that feel like? And I'm sure you know they zing you here and there, but at least knowing that no matter what, they're always there. You look up at the crowd, and everybody's always there.
Yeah, it's really awesome. I think my parents have probably never missed a game, and it just shows a lot.
Yeah, and it's a huge commitment, right?
Mhm.
And it's like you're committing and they're committing back to you, right?
Exactly.
I
Mhm.
mean, so did you ever like throughout, maybe a rivalry, maybe a specific team, or where like you can never feel like you get over that hump and then you finally did at one point?
Um, Not really. I would say, like, just, like, the like, winning the division is, like, something because like, the past 3 years, we haven't done that. So, like, finally getting over that hump to, like, win it was, like, awesome.
So so getting over that, so you do obviously all season training, right?
Mhm.
So right now you're done actually basketball for tenant. So now you look forward to AAU. Is that?
No.
Oh wow.
So, AAU stops in 11th grade.
See, I didn't know
So,
that.
yeah.
Okay.
So, last year was my last year. Yeah.
So now you're kind of looking forward to college.
Yeah. So now I'm just hoping to get in the gym, start lifting, and, yeah,
That
looking
oh,
up
she said
stuff.
lifting.
Yeah.
I like she's got to get some guns. Your dad better watch out, man. I like that. I like that. Now, what being local, did that not only that the team was invested, but did that mean a lot knowing that like, obviously I know they would make it somehow, some way they would make your games, but now it's like you're being local, it's easier for everybody to be able to come see you play.
Definitely. Yeah.
I love their colors, by the way. Like I'm a big
Yeah.
North Carolina blue guy,
Yeah.
so your dad rocking a sweatshirt already. That's great. So when does that start? When's your training start?
Um, they I, like, don't exactly know. I
Okay.
feel like it's more, like, individually right now for
Okay.
me. So but they usually do, like, a summer league in
Oh,
the
okay.
summer, which I'll probably do, so,
Okay.
yeah.
So just looking back, like, is there anything maybe that you would change? Or like, is there something you say, you know what? I wish I would have done this differently. Or if you had to do all over again, are you happy the way everything turned out?
I'm definitely happy with the way everything turned out because there's a lot of things that happened that I didn't expect that happened.
Okay.
So it's just awesome going through this journey.
So you ever feel like, during that time, maybe there was some kind of obstacle in your way that maybe you couldn't get through and maybe you needed support from whether your parents or whoever friend is to get through that?
Not really.
That's good.
Yeah.
No, that
Uh-huh.
and no, listen, the biggest thing is sometimes, when you work so hard, you go through this journey and you never have that
Mhm.
situation, right?
Yeah.
That's a big deal. Now, what about, is there something that you wish you would have done? Maybe that you didn't get to do, not in a negative way, but like, man, I really wish I would have got to do this, but I ran out of time. Are you very comfortable with the way everything planned out?
I'm pretty comfortable with everything.
I'll tell you what, man,
Yeah.
you're your dad's daughter.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that. Because you are very, you're
Yeah,
calm. Like, you
yeah.
say you were nervous.
Uh-huh.
This ain't nervous, man. You are. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. You're calm, cool, and collected. Let's have a little fun, man. Like modern day, right now. Whether I don't care if it's male, female, doesn't matter. But who? If you had to turn on the TV, man, who you looking to watch right now? Oh, I gotta put you on the spot.
I
It
mean, I
don't
don't
even have to
really
be an
like
individual
I don't
player. You could just say,
Yeah.
is it a
I'd say
specific?
someone that I have looked up to. I really like the way Kyrie Irving plays.
I'll tell you what, to me, I've never seen a person. He has the best handle I've
I
ever
know,
seen.
and I think he can do a little bit of everything, and especially with his ball handling skills, I feel like it's always someone I've looked up to.
See, now I can
Yeah.
see you're a baller because
Yeah.
not many people talk
I
about
know, I
Kyrie.
know.
You're gonna know this when you. But the one thing about Kyrie that I love, and I've always said, is I've never seen anybody else be able to cross over on a break.
Exactly.
Like he does it on the fly. He don't stop.
I know.
Like yeah, he is that Kyrie. I was not expecting that from you.
Yeah,
I like that, man. I like that. I like that. Have you got in the whole Unrivaled league and everything now that it's starting to grow a little bit?
Yeah.
I mean, I think a lot of it, I know there was a lot of negativity around like salary caps and stuff like that, but I think seeing it grow, it gives girls an opportunity to be like, yo, I can do that too, right? I like that. I like that. So do you go back before Kyrie, or you like, did your dad ever try to ram Jordan down you, right? I
mean, I think I like Jordan better than LeBron.
Yes, you are. Say, that's what I'm saying, right? No disrespect, but you can see, like, no disrespect to LeBron, but I got Kobe before LeBron, so I just think, and again, there's no disrespect to LeBron, but I just think that I think guys are more talented than him. You know what I mean? What about Steph? That's like our modern day shooter.
Yeah, greatest shooter I think ever.
I agree.
But I feel like everyone says they look up to Steph Curry, so it's like
you're right.
Yeah,
you're right. No, and I love how you say Kyrie, because that's a totally different.
Yeah, I know.
thing.
I don't hear a lot of people that say that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, you ever think you would get into coaching?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So you think when your career's over, is there an age preference that you would have, or?
I think I would like to do high school.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but I feel like any like coaching would be like awesome, like
because I love when it's great to see the kids come back.
Yeah, and even just coaching little kids and just like getting them skills wise and like
So if you could speak to the younger generation right now, you get whether girls, boys out there, they're picking up a basketball, 6th grade, we'll go 6th grade, and and they're like, I want to go out, I want to do this, I want to play this, what would your advice be to them?
Definitely do it. I would say just work hard each and every day, and you never know what's going to happen. Like, as you can say, I didn't expect to score 1,000 points and it happened. So
never expected to be happening.
Yeah.
That you have, I saw there was like articles that you have people reaching out to you after that 1,000 points.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely.
I saw you were like in what was it, City of Basketball or something, right?
Yeah.
Now, were there people there at that game, like media there at that game?
Yeah, they were there. City of Basketball was there, and like even like my whole it was all day at school. Everyone was talking about it, like all my friends, and like there was a lot of people at that game. So it just like go to show how much people like care about our school, and like
it's great.
Yeah,
right. It's a community. And what's pretty cool is you have people that aren't even like, they may not have kids on the team, but they're actually they're there to support. Exactly. Right. Yeah, that is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. So you're definitely gonna miss it. Yeah, you missed it already.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
That's so. Did you and Haley kind of know were you like contesting against each other who was going to get it first as a friendly contest?
Yeah, she knew. Yeah, she knew I was going to get it first. But the one thing that we both said to each other is that we wanted to be each other's assists since we played since 3rd grade, and it did happen. So.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. And it did happen that way.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I assisted her on a 3, and she assisted me on a 3. So it was awesome.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
Listen, you said you were nervous, but I'll tell you what, man, you're killing it right now. You've been. I mean, this is great. I mean, it's not. And again, I didn't plan for this to be an extremely long episode because listen, you're just getting started. You don't have this career job, but I think the biggest thing that I wanted to get out of you is what you just said. 6th grade, is where you clicked, right? Where you're like, okay, but 3rd grade, you're like, I don't know if this is even going to work, right? And I'm sure did you ever have your dad didn't try to help you shoot, did he?
He came outside with me a bunch.
How's his shot? How's your dad's shot?
It's all right.
Is it all right?
Yeah.
I take him for a backboard kind of guy. Look, I'm just throwing it out there. I feel like he's a guy who wants the bank open 24/7. Okay, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Yeah. So I just want to say, like, I really appreciate you coming on. Like I said, this is, coming here, opening up a little bit, and just talking about this whole season, I think was the most important thing. and you want to go back, number one, to coach. You giving people the insight of, you didn't think you were going to be able to do it, and then you did, right? That's a really, really important thing. So you should be proud of yourself.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. So listen, I just want to thank you for coming on, and this is what I want to say is, when you get done Holy Family, right? Because I know you're going to break records of Holy Family. Just don't forget whose podcast you came on, okay? You're going to have to come back and back on again, all right? Is that a deal?
Yes.
All right, we're going to pound it right here. That's the deal. All right, again, this is Fighting for Overtime. Avery Kocur, William Tennent High School, 1,000 points, man. Look for her Holy Family Tigers in 2026.